I'm not here to play games with you, bro, or whoever you are. I don't know if you're a bro or sis, but I do want you to know that Jesus is real. And if he can change a drug addict into a preacher, he can do it for you. There was a time in my life when I felt deeply depressed and deeply lonely. And all that I could do is medicate what I was going through with smoking weed and watching porn and trying to live the hood life, the street life. And I can recall when nothing worked. I stopped going to church. Even though I was raised in church, I didn't really believe in God. I was just going to church to please my parents. But I stopped going to church. I felt deeply lonely and depressed, even suicidal thoughts. It was during the time I was a teenager. So I stopped going to church, and I remember this time I was at the park smoking weed, really depressed. And I remember just going through a panic attack. Just to make a long story short, it was right there at that moment I heard the voice of God, and I remember calling on God and saying, God, I'm ready to give you my life. It was at that moment I told God, please don't let me die. And God responded. And I didn't speak with a therapist. I didn't speak with a pastor. I literally went back home, and it felt like all the chains were breaking off of me. Now, if you want to learn more about my journey and how I could prove Jesus is real, I'll just say this. Jesus started to speak to me about people that I never knew. And that may sound crazy, but I know that only God could do something like that. Like literally Jesus revealing things to me about people that I don't know.